Piece of stray. Now, here's wisdom. The human being is just a stage in the evolutionary growth or transition from human to life. The human being is not complete. The human being is not real. The power within the human being is that which is real. The human being has to mature to the level beyond its own capability to be real. So everything the human being does, it is false. That which is real begins with awakening. Awakening is light. That's what you awaken to. That which is within you is what is real. So here's key. When you observe life, have you noticed that life is an infinite light? Life is everywhere. It's the only thing that there is that you have witnessed. You have naturally witnessed that life is everywhere. You have naturally witnessed that everything runs on the power of life in this entire universe. And even in your spiritual beliefs, you agree that life is of the light which created you. That which is breathed from within life can only be life because light is only one. Light can only breathe itself. Light is one. Darkness are many because light reduces itself in order to empower darkness. And it depends upon the measure of light which determines the character of darkness. So from the undermost status of darkness, where the light is just a mere twinkling, darkness is at its worst state. As light increases, darkness has different measures, giving birth to different creatures which represent each measure of darkness. Darkness can only have a reality. A light has to sacrifice itself for darkness to have a reality because the light has to diminish its brightness to empower it. Now, the light within you is life. It's an infinite light. The human being can only go but so far. In your transition, your state from human to light, you have failed because you have fallen to sleep because of your obsessions for false value. So you have stopped your growth at a state which will equate to the root because that's as far as you can go because you are limited to material reality. See? So that means that you have perpetuated the practice of limitation over life. So in your case, you will only reach a limit with life as a whole. You may go many generations, but you will eventuate that limit. The human being limits life to what the human being is capable of and only what the human being is capable of. That's why you cannot come out of darkness because you are the power. It is necessary for you to be that because the light has to sacrifice itself to you because you are darkness when you fall to physical status. So it would take generations of you gradually becoming more light, which means becoming more lifelike, which means cleansing from life the things that are adverse to life, your hatred, your misery, your animosity, your lust, and etc. That makes you more lifelike because when you clear from life all that life is not, it will result to just life itself, which is a light. See, you limit it. That's all you can do as human beings, limit life. So as long as you are in power, then life is your prisoner because you limit it to what you're capable of, yet it is greater than anything that you can use it to become. See, you have to gradually awaken to the state where you realize, in order for you to awaken and to continue and go further, the road of longevity is when you awaken to recognize that life is that which is real in you. Because when your head is absent the knowledge of life, you are the head of death on the body of life. So your head cannot lead you out of darkness, because darkness is death. Life and light, they are one. The creator, as you give title to the light, is an infinite light that's an infinite power. Therefore, darkness, the opposite, is no light and no power. Life, the same as light, an infinite light that's an infinite power. The opposite, death, is no light and no power. So it is darkness or death that needs life, the pallbearer. Life is the light. So if life don't reduce itself to empower you as a human being till you gradually can awaken and recognize it, then it will blot you out, because whole light blots out darkness, and you are officially darkness by universal standard until you awaken to light. So when you are a human being, you are less than the awakening state, because you limit the light life to human capability. That is that which recognizes the tangibles. However, when you recognize that life is the light, then your head will awaken to no life. When your head is absent the knowledge of life, your head is the head of death, because where life is absent, you have death. So until your head awakens to the knowledge of life, you are absent the knowledge of life, therefore the head of death on the body of life. That is why you take life away from things to consider them valuables. You're like the beast. Life is the light in all things. It comes from one place. It is relative to where it comes from. It's an infinite light. No created thing can function without the light life. So it is not the created thing that's the power. Created things are like toys on the shelf. They can only function when you insert the battery into the toy, and the toy can only drain the battery. On the same token, humans and all created things can only function with life, and they are a drain upon life, because you drain life down to what you are. So to be real, you have to awaken. When your head awakens to life, you're the head of life on the body of life. Then you would do what life does. Clear from your system what you are not. Anguish, misery, hatred, animosity, loss, and etc. Life without its adversities is just a pure light life itself. So you are not putting a limit on life when you awaken. You are expanding the light, because you're using it as a light to clear away all that it is not. See? You are surely going to face self-destruction, because you are destructive upon the very thing you need to continue on, life. You cannot go the distance with life when you are the power, because you are not as great as life. You can only reduce it to what you are. But when you reverse the order and use life as a light, you clear away from it all that it is not, then you become a growing light. So a world without life's adversities is a world where the human is wise enough to wake up and use life as lights and clear away all that life is not. Then such would not exist. That's the road to longevity. Your creator, which is the creator of all, because when you have life, you are relative to where life comes from. Only one creator, because only one life giver. And life is in everyone. It's in every created thing. You give many different names to the light. The light is only one. So rather than for you to use life to form many groups that worship it in many different ways, just obey the light itself and clear from the light all that it is not, and grow to your real state. That's the only way you're going to mature to your real state. Stop trying to figure out how to relate to the light being the human being, and instead use the light to clear away darkness. Because in whole light there is no darkness. Whole light is the truth. That's the only message that the Creator give you. Because it's the real message, because it's infinite. It's all light. So when you have a light, use it to clear away darkness, so there would only be light. And all of you have the light life in you. You are abusive to it when you are using life to be everything but what it is. You can be in many different things from the human perspective, but it's all relative to false value, false characters, and etc. Nothing you do is